Too long.
Yeah.
Too long.
Dude. So
Almost a year.
almost, yeah, it's been like 8 months. But yeah, we decided to just make a video on the Endgame Gear OP1 because
He bought it, honestly.
but not only that, the reason I bought it was because
The AK. Is it?
the AK, but I
Yeah.
also saw a lot of people on Twitter giving it a lot of praise.
Yeah.
It was a good mouse and whatnot. So, you
Yeah.
know, I got curious and decided to buy Endgame Gear. It had been a while since I bought
Yeah.
a mouse from Endgame Gear. I think the last one I bought was the XM1,
Mhm.
literally, right?
Mhm.
That's the only one we have. We didn't even buy any of their new XM1s,
No.
right?
Yeah, no.
No. So,
I mean, it's because like all the other new XM1s are just
the same-
XM1s. They're just wireless or the
better
like
sensor,
the feet.
right?
Yeah,
But,
but it's the same shape.
But the sensor wasn't even that like. We were whenever we get into arguments with people, we were like, dude, you can get a better sensor, like a 3395. You have a 3360 or a 3380, right?
3380
or
33. There's a 3389 versus a
89,
3370, and like people were able to tell. I mean, those guys are just like gods, I guess, because like I couldn't fucking tell the difference between.
Okay.
them.
Before we get into that whole 8K thing, see if we can tell now, right? Let's talk about the shape of the mouse, right? So
Yeah.
it's clearly a smaller version of like the XM1, right? It's like, would you say it's like almost like XM1 mini?
XM1, yes, it's which is the XM1?
The XM1's like it's like the nice claw grip mouse. Remember it has like no, like I'm saying, like if it's like a smaller version of an XM1.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is
Kinda,
honestly
right?
kind of. It does remind me of like an XM1 in a sense that it's definitely for claw players for right, for sure. But it to me at least to me it closely resembles to my favorite mouse like of all time, the Pulsar X2, and this I mean it's like
The
it's
X2,
like a
the X2 mini. To be
yes the X2 Mini. It's like almost the exact same like length, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about the X2 Mini where it feels a little bit more stubbier,
Mm-hmm.
right? As opposed to this feels a little longer, which is still good. But keep in mind both mice are still pretty small, and I would consider them to be small-handed mice, right?
Mhm.
They're definitely
Yeah,
not, because like the regular XM1's a pretty big mouse, honestly.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
like have you felt it?
It is. Yeah,
It's really like like it really does feel like the
Yeah.
palm. So these are definitely still tiny mice, but it to me, at least to me, it resembles to the
X2 Mini.
the X2 Mini
Yeah.
closely. The difference that I notice on these two mice is that this one feels a little bit more narrow on the sides.
Yes.
On the sides, it feels narrow. I suppose this one feels a little bit more like blocky.
I think it's like the way it's
more
shaped
curved.
on the-
It's definitely more curved,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I was like, right now, I was feeling them. Like, you know what? It's like a subtle little curve in there.
Yeah.
I like. But
Yeah.
but feeling them close, they almost feel the same.
Almost,
for
yeah.
real. Like I took out the Lamzu Mini just
Yeah.
to compare. Doesn't feel like a shorter, stubbier version of these two.
Yeah.
It's-
It definitely feels more filling, even though it's tiny.
Yeah,
like them, it does feel
Yeah.
a little more filling.
Yeah.
In the hand.
Yeah, this mouse, the Lamzu Mini, feels more different than comparing these two. These feel
Yeah.
more similar, right?
Mhm. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but you had an issue with the click, right, on the X2 Mini.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like the first 2 days.
The OP1.
Yeah, the odd one. I don't know what it was, but like the first 2 days, I'll click specifically like the mouse one, it would pretty much start to like crack. I don't know what it was. I'll click it, and I'll hear like a crunching sound, and it felt and sounded nasty, dude. I was like, what the hell? I only did it once on the first day, and then it happened again on the second day. After that, I never felt it ever again. I don't know what it was, but I'm glad it's gone because I mean, ever since then, I've been playing with it. Like I've been using it. It's been on my desk. I've been recording. I've been getting some sick clips with it.
Yeah.
The wired. I'm sorry. I'm getting like into a head, but I do want to say the wired never bothered me, not one bit. It never bothered me.
You know what's crazy on the bungee? It feels good. Like it really doesn't get in the way.
Yeah.
But I've been so used to wireless mice. I have this bad habit of like, let's say I have something in my eye or whatever, or face itches, whatever. I'm playing with a wireless mouse. I'll go like this and scratch myself and then put it back down. Well, I can't really do this with the freaking wired mouse, so it's just like kink, it yanks on the bungee. But other than that, that's a personal issue. But I stopped doing that after a couple like hours, days. the wire really didn't get in the way at all. It wasn't like a heavy cable
No,
or like
no,
I
no.
actually this cable was actually pretty nice, dude.
It
And then
is.
I like how it's angled too, so
Yes.
it doesn't drag. You put it in a bungee,
Mm-hmm.
you have a wireless mouse basically because you don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
that
pretty
cable.
much.
You really don't. But we're thinking about the side buttons.
The side buttons I actually really like. I like how they're really thin and they're up on top. Like my thumb, you know, it doesn't really accidentally.
You had an issue with the
them.
Lamzo Mini.
The Lamzo
right?
Mini, you know, like I can even hold it right now and I can still feel it.
yeah.
Feel it. You know, I could feel like the side button hitting my thumb. I don't like that with like literally like with like any mice.
Yeah, they're different.
This
bigger.
one I never had an issue with it because they're a little bit more higher up and they're also thinner too.
Yeah,
like they're really thinner compared to most other mice with like the side buttons. So again, the side buttons to me, I never had any real issue, no real complaints, honestly. So it's just, I don't know, just like a fun time.
Scroll wheel. It's a scroll wheel.
Scroll wheel's a scroll wheel. It's, you know, it works. I like it.
Yeah. Skates. Oh, you know it comes with like a bigger skate. So you
Yeah,
see how the
it
bottom
does. Yeah.
where it like shows a little
Mhm.
dots or whatever. But you know, good skates. I didn't. Have
Yeah, I didn't
skates.
have a complaint with them at all.
Build quality was pretty good. It felt really for a light mouse like that. It feels pretty freaking
It
solid,
does,
dude.
yeah,
actually
it
feels
does,
Really
it does.
solid,
Dude, Use that.
Nah, it doesn't-
Dude, okay, but to be fair, you
it
know,
does-
I did wear it down,
Yeah,
to
you
be
did wear it
honest.
down.
I was using it for like a whole year almost.
But like, yeah, but this is lighter, you know.
Yeah.
It feels more solid. Maybe the more time we put in, the more creak and
Maybe,
slow down.
but
like
As
I
of
mean,
now, it's
yeah, it's
solid,
hold
fucking
on.
solid mouse.
We've been using it for like what 2.5 weeks. I want to say.
Almost 3. Yeah,
2.5 weeks. I used it for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
and gave it
I used it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was grinding actually. Surprisingly, I was playing, but
the switches. I don't know. If, not the weekend orders. I know I couldn't optical switches. So you know, you're not gonna double click on them.
yeah.
Yeah,
Coding,
dude.
coding.
Oh
You're
yeah,
talking
the
about
coding. I like the coding.
Me too.
I have
Me too.
pretty dry hands. I didn't have an issue with it, like feeling slippery or anything like that. Did you?
Uh,
'Cause I know you have sweaty hands.
Yeah, I do. To be fair, it has been kind of cold, so my hands weren't really that sweaty.
Yeah, they were dry. Yeah.
But even whenever they were kind of like sweaty-ish,
Moist, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't have a problem with the coating. Again, it's one of those coatings that if you put it on light, yeah, it will look all mucky and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it
gunky
will
and whatnot.
gunky, but I mean, you're playing the game. You're not looking at your hand, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, just clean your mouse. You know, if you're that
Yeah.
dirty, just you know, just clean your mouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coating was good. Honestly, it was a solid.
Weight. Something we got into the weight is like what? What does it say? Shit. 54 point. No, that's not. That's the weight. 50 grams.
50 grams. Yeah,
give
it's
or take.
good. It's good.
Yeah, it was light. Okay, so the main selling point of this mouse, because they have a wireless version that's
Yeah.
like $20 more, and I would have gone for that one.
This like $100, right?
It's $100. This is $79.99, right?
Okay. $80. That's cool.
And I would have gone for that one, but I really wanted to try 8K. People were saying, "Oh, 8K this, that, blah blah." 8K. I want 8K on all my mice, right?
Yeah.
I tried using 8K on my computer. I can't use 8K. Not on Apex Legends. It doesn't
Yeah.
support it, I think.
Yeah.
And it also starts to stutter like a lot, right? It'll stutter a lot. Yeah, so if you're gonna get the OP1 or any mouse for the 8K, you gotta make sure your computer can support or handle that 8K polling rate.
Yeah, your CPU. I don't something about like CPU, but also the game.
Yes,
the game has to be supported as well for it. So
Yeah, some games don't support that 8K higher polling rates, right? But we bumped it down to 4K, right? 4K we were able to play. I was able to play Apex Legends, and then how was your experience with the mouse on 4K? You know?
I think I like the 4K polling hertz. By the way, we've never had anything above 1,000 hertz. So when I tried the 4K, I think I even toyed like the first day. The movement felt a little smoother. It just felt a little smoother, right? That was pretty much the only thing that I could really think of, is that it felt a little bit smoother. Now, that being said, I mean, I played the same. You know, I have my MP01S wireless, and every now and then, after me using the mouse for like 4 days, I'll like set it aside for like 3 games, and I'll use the MP01S, and then I'll play just as good with that mouse with the 1,000 hertz polling rate than I would have with the 4K hertz polling rate. So it's like I could tell, but it was just very like subtle.
Yeah. like when I got in, switched the settings to 4K. I wanted to say that I noticed something, but it could have just been placebo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it could have just been placebo. Like, I would notice that whenever, like, the mouse is more responsive, I guess. Like, the movement felt more responsive.
Yeah.
Like, slightly more responsive, right?
Yeah.
Because I went back to a wired mouse. Before I bought this mouse, I made sure I used a wired mouse and at 1K polling rate. I used it for a whole week, bought the mouse, got it, and then I got this one, switched these settings. And I want to say I noticed that responsiveness even when I played right now. There were some times where I was like, I usually don't. I would have like missed that. I wouldn't have got that shot. You know, I wouldn't have played that slightly better. You know, but it could have just been placebo, dude. It could have just been placebo. That's just me telling you my experience, but it could have just been placebo. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and tell you that. Okay, if you think 8K polling rate is gonna be something like, oh hey, this is like going from 60 hertz monitor to 144 hertz monitor, where you see the difference and you feel the difference.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's not like that at all. But I want to say there's something there. Maybe it's the placebo, but I do want to say it's a little bit more responsive. You know?
Yeah.
At least my movements when I'm tracking and stuff is
Yeah.
a little slightly more responsive.
Yeah, that's kind of the same way like that. I feel everything just felt a little bit more smoother, but like, yeah, it wasn't anything that was gonna like help me. You know what I mean? Like if I was gonna miss a shot, I was just gonna miss it. You know what I mean? It's not. It didn't help me as much as changing the mouse pad.
Oh yeah.
It didn't help me as much as getting a monitor from 60 hertz to 144 hertz. Right? That's a huge jump. I was doing. Oh my god! Right? I was gonna notice. I would even go as far as to say that mouse grips, will help improve your gameplay better than, getting a mouse from 1,000 hertz to 4,000.
Because you'll be able to hold your mouse more consistently and whatnot. Because that's a very important, thing that you said. Because yeah, I've had mice that I like, and the coating is just horrible. And then they put grips on it, and then my experience on it is better, right?
Yeah, it's right on the money. That being said, it does go to 8K. Haven't tried it. Right, we haven't tried it. But again, there's only so few games that support it. I think only Valorant and CS:GO.
Yeah.
As far as I know, those are the only two that actually like support it. So it's like, I
want to say I tried it on CS:GO, but I don't play CS:GO like that.
Yeah,
so it's like I couldn't sit here and tell you, I made my experience that much better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know how many people bought this mouse and can confirm and say, yeah, this mouse made me that much better, because I feel like a lot of people are buying into like a marketing thing where like, you have to have 8K.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like 3390. So you have to have a 3395 on your mouse. It's gonna make you that much better.
It's like I played just as well with a 3370 or even a 3360. I do with a 3389, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's. I mean, it's up there, right? Like the argument's there, but like at the end of the day, it's like, you're gonna suck because you just suck, and you're not built, like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like all jokes aside, I mean that's what it is, really, right? That being said, right, the mouse itself, do you like it?
I like the mouse. I actually like the mouse. I like the build quality. I like everything about it.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
This mouse made me want to buy more wired mice.
Yes,
I actually like wired mice.
I don't understand why companies are not making like more wired mice, honestly, right? Like I get the whole wireless thing. You know what I hate about wireless thing? About like the wireless mice? The battery sucks on like mostly like all of them. My MP01S battery sucks. The X2 Mini battery life sucks. Like, not even like 4 days go by. Not even 4 days, and I have to plug it in and charge it with the wire mouse, dude. I was actually having to. I was just, get up, pick. It's like it's cool. Like it's just cool, especially if you have a really good mouse bungee, right?
Yeah.
So like the Pulsar bungee, I'll say once, say it again, super cheap. One of the best bungees that you could buy. I put it on the side of my monitor. Fuck you, dude. Like I'm there, dude. Like I'm like I'm freaking there. But yeah, the mouse was cool, man. I really did like enjoy the mouse, honestly.
Yeah, I enjoy the mouse too, man. It's a good mouse. Yeah, I enjoy my experience with it a lot. I want to buy the wireless one, just because I like this this shape.
The shape,
I like
yeah.
the shape. It's pretty cool. And
I think the battery life would actually will kill it with the 4K. No, seriously.
I don't
I
think
think I
that
heard some people say that it drains the battery
Does the
faster.
wireless support? I don't think it supports 4K.
It doesn't
No, I
support
think
the
it's just
4K, is it?
I think it's just
Oh,
1K.
I mean, if it's 1K, yeah, then I think it couldn't. But
Yeah, it was a good mouse, man. I know people are gonna be like, do you recommend it?
yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
recommend it, right?
I
It's a
do.
good mouse.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
Now I know we said we were giving people shit a while back when who will pay who will pay $80 for wire mice or $70 for a wire mouse.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, we gave those companies crap because technology wasn't up to par. This
Yeah.
has
This
8K.
yeah, even though it does have 8K, right? It still has like I mean, but even though it has the 8K and we don't see much of a difference, it still has it, right? So you still gotta have to like factor in there. Yeah, of course. If it was like a regular 1000 hertz mouse with like a 3360 for like $80, I'd have been pissed, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But no, this has the 8K. I don't know what sensor it has, but I don't know, it's probably better than the 3360,
Yeah.
right? Because it has the 8K.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, so Endgame Gear, awesome job. I mean,
Yeah.
first 8K mouse, the marketing worked, man, because
Yeah.
everybody was talking about it, blah blah blah. Should people get a wired mouse just solely for the 8K?
No.
No, right? Like,
No.
if you've never tried 8K
And you're
and
curious about it,
go for it.
Yeah.
But if you want to
Yeah.
buy 8K, thinking your 8K pulling rate mouse, thinking it's gonna make you that much better, because that's how people make it seem. Like, oh man, this mouse is awesome. Look at
yeah.
like
yeah, but,
okay, it's
you
awesome.
know,
It's awesome mouse, but
8K
it's-
is not gonna help you out as much as you think. It's really not gonna help you out. Or like the 4K, and
Oh, yeah,
right?
4K,
Like in
yeah.
our case, we tried 4K. It's not gonna help you out as much as you think. Like it's really not.
yeah.
No, but it's like I guess it's more of like what's it called? A placebo effect,
Yeah.
right? Like on people. So
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the mouse. We wanna. It's been a while since we made a video. We
Mhm.
wanna start making content again. Truth is, we feel like the market got a little stale. With things coming out.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
like I don't know. It's just.
I mean, I low key kind of just fell out of love with everything.
Yeah,
I
peripheral
think the break was definitely much needed, especially
Yeah.
when making content for like 3 years, almost 4.
making videos
Almost 4.
every
I think we have over like
week,
200
dude.
videos and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
but nah, I think the break was much needed. Just trying to slowly kind of get back into it.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we get to start that podcast thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I for sure want to get Patrick from Pure Track.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about stuff,
Yeah.
Talk about the future plans for Pure Track and whatnot. But yeah, we have ideas we're trying to work on, but our lives are Lord knows that our lives are busy,
Yeah.
like really busy. Like
Yeah.
there's so much stuff going on wrong in the background,
Yeah, in the
right? Personal
background.
lives. Maybe we'll make a podcast on that too, right? But who knows? But yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, again, please make sure to like the video and share it with your friends. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Gus,
And Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.